Hey, it's Joe Crump. Today I'm going to show you how you can hire a telemarketer to call your seller leads. This is one of the most difficult things to outsource, and we've set up a system inside the automarketer that it makes it much, much easier to do, and it also gives you a way to train them. So I'm going to show you how to do that on the computer.
I'm going to show you the basics of hiring a telemarketer to call your leads for you, whether they're buyer leads or seller leads. Doesn't matter. The first thing you want to be able to do is have a phone number that they can use that is your number, and the system allows you to buy as many numbers as you want. They cost $3 a month, and they're applied, or they're taken away from your $20 credit. If you go over the $20 a month credit, of course, you'll have to put in more money to do that. But you can pick the area code that you want. So if I'm looking in Indiana, I can find a number, and it'll search, and I can keep scrolling through here until I find a number that's easy to remember, is what I suggest. Even one with 2 or 3 numbers in a row or repeating numbers is good. And once you do that, you can hit purchase a number, and that number will then show up on your list of numbers that you own, and you can add a voicemail to it and give that number, assign that number to one of your team people, your telemarketers. You can also do filtering. It keeps track of all the phone numbers, all the calls that are made through this system. You can even record the calls. And if you record the calls of the people that are calling for you, it allows you to know the duration of the calls. And you can pay them based on the duration of their calls. What we do is pay 150% of the time that they're on the call if their main task is calling leads. So if that gives them an extra 50% to get to the next lead and start calling again, 50% of the time. And that way they don't call 5 people and charge me for 10 hours of work, which has been a problem for us in the past. You can spend an awful lot of money paying for telemarketers that don't do anything and charge you for a lot more time than they're actually putting in. You can also go in, if they're recording these calls, and listen to their calls and see if they're saying anything crazy, see how they're doing, and help them with their training. So this is a really powerful tool for doing that. Also, when you get a call back at these numbers, it'll send you an email and send them an email with a transcription of the phone call, that was the message that was left, plus an MP3 file recording of the message that was left. So you never have to go in and check your messages; they're just sent to you by email. But you can also check them this way by going to this list as well, and you'll see transcriptions here as well. So once you have a phone number for your new telemarketer, you also want to put them on as a team member, and you can add them as a team member, and you can put their information in here, and you can give them a unique login so that they can get into the system. And then you can also assign them a particular number, 1 or more numbers, so that when a call comes in, that particular call will get routed to them as an email. And you can put multiple people and multiple phone numbers if you choose to do that. And of course, you can also send them the login information if they lose it, and you can deactivate them. So you can make them active, or you can make them, you can deactivate them so they can no longer log into your system with that email or with that login. The other thing I want to show you is well, let's go into the lead management. If you go into lead management and they're calling these leads, which is what they'll be doing, because you're going to have them call back your leads. They can add a new property, and when they're talking to somebody and they're adding a new property, it's going to bring up a questionnaire. So all they have to do is follow the questionnaire, and they start down here. Hi, I'm Joe. You responded to my email about selling your house rent to buy. I'm an investor and I'd like to make you an offer, but we buy homes in a couple different ways and we need some specific information to help us craft an offer that meets your needs as the homeowner and still makes sense for us. So I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions about the property. And then they just go in here and start asking these questions. And you can do this as well. If you don't have somebody working for you, you can use the same system to help you get comfortable and get good at being on the phone. sometimes just asking questions and doing this as a two-step process, which this is designed as a two-step process. They ask all the questions, and then at the bottom of the page they ask, would it be okay for my boss to give you a call and make an offer on your property? They're going to make a cash offer on your property and a terms offer on your property. And you always want to say they're going to make a cash offer because it's more likely they'll take your call. And you can make a low cash offer, but you're also going to make a terms offer, which is going to be more likely for them to accept and easier for them to accept. So this questionnaire is going to be vital, and this is where they're going to be spending most of their time. Now, they can make the calls from this little phone doodad, or they can call from lead management as well when they first make the calls, and they can just click on this button and it'll open up the phone number and start dialing it. I guess I don't want to call that person right now. Anyway, that's how it works, and it's pretty cool.